The man who owned Bristol Motor Speedway Dirt last weekend is joining us right now. David Gravel. How you doing, David?
I'm doing good, guys. How are you?
Well, we're doing great. Listen, David, last night was a big night for the people in our area in Kansas City, bringing back to life the historic I-70 Speedway. It's not the same track as it once was, but it's still pretty giddy up. Tell us about your thoughts of last night.
Yeah, it was the first event on that racetrack, since they've redone it. So there's a little bit of growing pains, but it's a great facility. The track looks great. They've done a lot of work to it. They had a great crowd, and it got a little rough last night, and it took a little while to get the track ran in, but you're going to get that when you have a first night on the racetrack. So overall, definitely a cool place. I'm sure once they get everything ironed out, I think it'll be a great track to race at.
Yeah. How about that lap time? Track record 13:01. Did it feel as fast as it looked?
It was pretty fast. Obviously after going to Bristol, that's really fast. But, right. Truly, we were going wide open around the track and wasn't really turning the wheel much. So it's hard to go too much faster on a place like that.
Mm-hmm.
How does it compare to Bristol that you were on last weekend as far as speed and all that?
Yeah, it's definitely faster at Bristol. It was colder as well. It was kind of warm yesterday, so the air wasn't nearly as good as we had at Bristol, so we were making less power. But Bristol has, extremely high banks and longer straightaways. So I think our average speed at Bristol for the track record was 142, and then last night my average speed was 124. So, about 18 miles an hour difference in the average speed.
Yeah. What do you think Bristol did for sprint car racing? I know there was a few guys that talked about concerns about going there and the speeds, and we saw the late model races and the modified races, and to be honest with you, some of those were kind of hard to watch. What was the drivers, and not just yourself, but as a group, was there any concern about going in there and the speeds of Bristol before you got there?
Yeah, for sure. Some late model guys are able to do a private test to make sure everything was okay at Bristol, and that didn't really happen for sprint car guys, and they didn't send a team off to go and test there. But luckily it all worked out. There was concern that it was going to be too fast and dangerous, and it was very fast, but I think as the weekend went on, everybody got used to the track more and more, and I thought the A-Mains actually put on good races, and I don't think you'd ask for much more. On Sunday with all the rain, they got a spot or two that maybe had a little ripple in the track, but other than that, it was very smooth, and I thought they did a great job.
Yep. Last night you started on the pole, and I'm up here at Williams Grove. I'm sitting in the parking lot right now. The wind beat us out last night with the Lucas Oil ASCS National Tour. It's too windy for us to race. So we all sat around and watched the race last night. And when I saw you starting on the pole, and after your performance at Bristol, I figured this was going to be a lights out deal. What kept you from winning last night at I-70 Speedway?
Yeah, we were pretty good. Zierfoss got the jump and was able to get him on a restart. But lap traffic was pretty thick there, and I was getting tighter and tighter in lap traffic, and Brad was able to sneak underneath me, and then I was kind of all over him in lap traffic until the caution came out, which I didn't really want to see. And it was a pretty long caution, and seems like my tires get pretty low on air pressure under cautions, and Brownie got by me on the restart and ended up third. So a little bummed to run third there. We were running first or second most of the race, so you never want to go backwards. But I feel like we have a strong